Okay, guys, so welcome back to Torpedoes and Tarantulas, and this afternoon I'm just going to do a little brief update video on my three new additions. I want to apologize to those of you that watched that video because I know I said at the end of that video that I was going to do a transfer video of my P Metallica, but I was not really paying attention, and my battery was running really low, and the battery pretty much went out on me middle of recording, and the rest of it didn't get saved. So I was unable to do and upload a transfer video of my Metallica. I apologize for that, but here it is right now inside its little enclosure. Not sure if you can see it, but there it is right there. And what I'm going to do is drop a roach in, and let's see what happens. Nice immediate takedown. Little rascal was cried hungry, I would say. So yeah, I'm already learning about the arboreals, and especially the old world arboreals now with the whole running thing. It had my hands quite full the other day. Excuse me. It had my hands quite full the other day when I was unboxing it. You saw at the end of the unboxing video there that it took a walk up my arm. I was able to quickly get it off my arm back in the enclosure there, the little container that I had. And then right as I was ending the video, you might have noticed that it was coming out of the cup as I ended the video, and ended up having to chase it across the floor and catch cup it. Excuse me. And that catch cup was just too small, excuse me, I'm sorry, to be able to really do a transfer, so I got a larger deli cup, and it took some doing to get it into that cup. And then I finally got it into that cup and got it ready and started recording. I got halfway through and the recording just stopped. My phone just died on me. So I wasn't even paying attention to my battery level, and I completely lost that video. So I apologize. But there it is, guys. My P Metallica settled into its new home, and now it's feeding. Dude, I'm so thrilled, guys, to have this tarantula. Can't wait to watch it grow up, and can't wait to share it with you guys. Okay, so let's go on to the next one. Okay, and so up next here we have my Selenocosmia crassipes, or the Queensland whistling spider, or Queensland barking spider. This is an old world. This was a freebie, something I have never dealt with. It's a bit of a skittish spider. Excuse me, goodness, I don't know what's going on with my throat today. It's supposed to be a fossorial spider or a pet hole, and I have made a starter burrow for it. It went down in it immediately after I made it, and it goes down in there every once in a while, but stays out in the open for the most part. So let's put some roaches in and see what happens. It'll be interesting to see kind of what this guy turns into as he gets older. I mean, I'm kind of familiar with him. There we go. But I've never kept one, so it'll be really interesting to kind of see what kind of spider this turns into. I did get a little tip from my good friend Norvis from Norvis 8-Legged Critters. He told me that with these fossorials, if you want to see them more, don't overfeed them. So this one I probably will not feed as much, because once it burrows, it'll stay there. But he said if you don't overfeed them, they have a tendency to hang at the entrance of their burrow and sometimes outside waiting for food if you don't feed them super often. So I will keep that in mind. Thanks for the tip, Norvis. That has been the S. crassipes, or the Queensland whistling or barking spider. See if we can convince this roach to go over there, and maybe it'll take it too. Oh. Got it. Awesome, guys. Hey, let's move on to the next one, shall we? Okay, guys, and lastly here we have my Dolichothele diamantinensis. That's a mouthful, I know. The Brazilian Blue Dwarf Beauty. This is one that I am super excited to have. I've been wanting one of these for a long time, and I finally pulled the trigger and got one. They're such a beautiful tarantula when they grow up. This one is quite tiny. It was listed at 3/4 of an inch. I don't think it's quite 3/4 of an inch. Excuse me, guys. I'm sorry. But you can see it starting to settle into its enclosure. It has already started to do a little bit of webbing around the bark that I've got in there for it. I spooked it a little bit. Sorry about that, little guy. Let's put a roach in and see what happens. Sorry, guys. Oh, that was kind of a defensive posture there. It's not giving us a takedown yet. Oh, oh, oh. Not quite sure if it wants it or what there. All right, so it seems to be a bit scared of the roach, which is understandable for a spiderling of this size. A lot of times I find that when they're this small, I will pre-kill the food and let them scavenge because I think kind of in nature, they don't tend to go after live prey, especially something close to their size for fear of injury or death. They would rather scavenge until they get a little bigger. I think maybe the mothers probably do that for them until they, molt a few times and then leave. So what I'm going to do here in a minute is pre-kill that roach and leave it in there for the little guy to eat. But there it is, guys. There's my 3 new additions. They're all doing great. So excited to have them. So glad you decided to join me in watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and a comment. If you did not, give me a thumbs down and a comment. Don't forget to subscribe. Share this video with your friends. Take care of yourselves and each other. Have a great night. God bless.